last 4 months have been busy for the Ontario Nurses Association, with province-wide negotiations, new nursing cuts, and ONA's latest phase of its Nurses Know public awareness campaign. The November Provincial Coordinators meeting was preceded by a well-attended Human Rights and Equity Caucus meeting on the theme of challenging racism in the workplace. At the 2-day Provincial Coordinators meeting, newly re-elected President Linda Haslam-Stroud looked towards the challenges of the next 2 years, in particular, collective bargaining, healthcare cuts, and violence in the workplace.
We have stood our ground, but we know it's not easy. Churchill once said, "You have enemies? Good. That means you stood up for something in your life. And that something has come again. Now and over the next 2 years, we are defining the battles that could alter the DNA of our union, the Ontario Nurses Association."
An honorary ONA membership was bestowed on Liz McIntyre, a renowned lawyer who has steadfastly advocated for ONA and the nursing profession for 4 decades. It was the first time that this honor was given to someone who is not a nurse. Special guests at the PCM included Linda Silas, President of the Canadian Federation of Nurses Unions, and Kendra Davis from the Canadian Nursing Students Association.
But there's one message I had, and I have to repeat, and I've been repeating it across the country, is that we expect better. We expect better from the next batch of federal government, and we expect better from all those MPs elected everywhere.
I would like to begin with a huge thank you to ONA for the incredible contributions and support that you constantly provide us with on both the regional and national level.
ONA members enthusiastically took up materials for the Nurses Know advertising campaign. On November 30th, ONA members in Toronto held a public information picket to draw attention to the Runnymede Health Centres plan, which would eliminate 41,000 hours of registered nurse care annually.
This is the biggest layoff in Ontario that we've had in at least 15 years.
Shockwaves reverberated through the Windsor community when it was revealed that the Windsor Regional Hospital was cutting 169 full-time and part-time RN positions. ONA leaders and staff met with concerned ONA members to map out an action plan. Windsor nurses and their supporters a few weeks later walked the sidewalks outside the hospital to make the public aware of the situation. The Ontario Health Coalition, of which ONA is a member, held a rally at Queen's Park during pre-budget hearings, calling for a halt to hospital cuts and privatization in healthcare. ONA, other unions, and community groups demonstrated in support.
It is beyond time that the hospital cuts, the devastating hospital cuts that are happening across Ontario, be stopped. In fact, Ontario has cut so many nurses that we have the fewest nursing hours per patient by far of any province in the country.
On the same day, the Ontario Nurses Association presented its own brief at the pre-budget hearings.
Funding models are driving decisions to eliminate and erode RN positions. These decisions are based on balancing budgets, not at all based on the clinical needs of our patients. The government's calculation of risk fails to consider that every elimination of an RN position is the equivalent loss of 2,000 hours of annual RN care for our patients.
Negotiations for a new collective agreement between the Ontario Nurses Association and the Ontario Hospital Association came to an abrupt halt on February 12th. The OHA had tabled a final offer, which would have dismantled RN wages, benefits, and security. ONA President Linda Haslam-Stroud commented to the media, "We will not bargain away our future or our ability to provide quality patient care." The struggle for a fair contract continues.
"74 registered nurses gone."
With nurses and healthcare under attack, a new phase of ONA's successful ad campaign, Nurses Know, was launched February 15th. New TV and radio commercials have started to hit the airwaves across Ontario. Transit shelter ads are strategically placed to be seen by decision makers. ONA ads have started appearing on Facebook pages, and a dedicated Nurses Know website offers information to the public and gives opportunities to sign a petition and take action. Nurses across the province are taking up the Nurses Know campaign in their communities. In the coming months, registered nurses must make their voices and the voices of their communities heard to defend quality public health care in Ontario.